And the best of luck. Now, she was one of the busiest women in pop, and today's final guest hasn't slowed down since she last teamed up with her Spice Mates. In between juggling motherhood and pregnancy, she's dressing down for her radio show, but dressing up as the Dancing on Ice judge who melts even the frostiest comments. Please welcome Emma Bunton!
Holding my bump here, yes.
You've got a bit of movement.
A lot of movement at the moment, yes. Getting kicked all the time. Through the whole of Dancing on Ice. I am now. I'm due end of April.
Really?
When
is that little?
When's Holly's baby due?
Around May.
May
time,
yeah. Close, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. So, yeah, but there's lots going on, so, yeah.
And there's lots going on the ice. Thank you for your kind comments to Nana last night.
She's becoming a bit of a minx on the ice, she is.
Last night I thought was, well, we're seeing the wheat from the chaff now, aren't we?
We are, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I speak of you as wheat dense.
Thank you,
not
darling.
chaff.
No, it was nice.
We're loving
it was
her.
nice to have some nice things said because it was a tough week, you know, with those skills. Not that I'm taking it too seriously, but it was.
Absolutely.
And I thought Jeff actually pulled it out of the bag on that skate off. I think he surprised himself.
I really feel for Jeff, actually, because every week he does a fantastic dress run, and then on the night, I don't know, the nerve seems to hit him, and he just kind of has all these little mistakes, and it's such a shame because he's a great performer and he's got a great face, but
he
gets a bit nervous. I do. I think he's...
He looks a bit scared. As you get more pregnant, he looks more put off.
Yeah, probably. I've got no chance.
What advice would you give them from the nerves point of view? Because the thing is, it's not just performing this show, it is that dreaded ice. You know, the ice is there, isn't it? Well, I mean, what advice do you give people?
Well, it's very difficult because I get very nervous when I perform. Always have done for years and years, but the main thing is about trying to focus it into your routine and making it part of it and just making that into, you know, smiles and energy and character. And it is so difficult, especially if you're not used to performing in front of thousands of people. But there is something, obviously, when you get used to it, it's about kind of entertaining a whole audience and making them feel part of it.
But sometimes, you know, it's like what people say, don't let the nerves get the better of you. You just can't,
no.
you can't help it. You can't help it if your knees lock.
Ignorance is bliss. You see, I had that trouble with Strictly because the more of an actor you are, the more you're aware of the nerves, the less you've done it, in a sense. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
And actually, I think Vanilla Ice is good because he just performs. That's what he does.
That's what he does.
It's so true. Last night, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Talking of nerves, how did you feel stepping out onto the ice for the first time? Because obviously you're not a skater.
Yeah.
And when they approached you, did you have second thoughts about saying yes to the job?
Oh, not at all. First of all, I'm a huge fan of the show, so I've watched years. I have skated before, not obviously, you know, I'm not professional, but I do skate. And I've also obviously performed for years now, since I was 18. So I find with this show, it is about capturing the audience, it's about performance, it's about fun. And no, I just love being part of the panel.
Your first set of comments, were you worried that you get the Alicia Dixon
treatment?
Of
course you do. But I just, as a fan of the show, I've watched it for all these years. I know exactly, you know, what I like to see in a show, and that's what I go and see every week. I've got the best seat in the house, and I watch a show. It's brilliant.
You're just like us at home, really, aren't you?
Well,
you're just saying what we're thinking. I mean, you know, it is a skating competition, and people do criticise the non-skaters on the judging panel, but you know, I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to think of different things to say every time. I'd just go, yeah, that's good.
But it's funny because everyone has an opinion, don't they? They all go, what's she doing? She's not jumping properly. That's not a spin. And everyone has an opinion. But I think also it's nice to have people who are performers there as well, because it would be a bit, if it wasn't about performance, just about skating, you know, you need the whole package, really.
Here's your tip to win.
Oh, I couldn't possibly say.
Well,
I couldn't possibly. I think we've got some. I think actually this is the highest standard we've had for many years.
Yeah.
We've got,
which is just my luck to be up against it.
But I love what you're putting into it. You're putting so much into it, and you've come such a long way.
And you're the oldest there as well, you know. So...
I am there, and I eat it. Do you know what?
People take that into consideration, don't they?
They
when
do.
you're watching at home, you think, good God, she's 58, she's doing brilliantly.
Can I say one thing that's really good? I actually said to someone last night, how old is it? Because actually, as a judging panel, we hadn't even thought about that. So how amazing is that? You're skating around, we don't even think, oh, she's the oldest. Let's get.
She's not 58, by the way.
Well, no, and also, Jason's left his dancing with your mum comment in week 1, remember? So he was thinking.
Yeah, we ignored that. We don't take it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about babies.
Yeah.
And engagements. Congratulations.
I know. Thank you so much.
I'm not being funny, Em, but I had given up hope of him ever doing it.
Well,
How many years has it been?
It's coming up for 14 years we've been together, nearly.
I know. Can you tell us how he proposed?
Yeah, well, it was on my birthday and we had friends round and my mum was there and my little boy was on my lap and it was absolutely perfect. He couldn't have done it any better. And yeah, all the one knee and picked the ring himself and everything. It was just
Did you have
amazing.
any idea he was going to do it?
Not a clue.
Not a clue.
Because, you know, I've waited all this time. I thought, it's never going to
We've talked about it when you've been on here.
I know, I saw when it happened, you went, about time.
What did he say prompted him to do it after 14 years?
I think, you know, the thing is with Jade and I, we're such good friends. We've got children, you know, we've got our children now. We feel so settled, but I just think it felt like the next thing to do, but there was no pressure on it, so it just happened when.
So you never get bored after 14 years?
Oh, well, no, I don't. Jade's watching and Bo, hi. No, I don't get bored, but I think we do sometimes you have to kind of get used to there's going to be routine, isn't there? There's going to be things you have to do, especially with children. But, you know, we try and make those kind of date nights and going out, and sometimes it's like, I'm go out there with the boys, and, you know, you just, when it gets to that point. But no, we love each other's company.
What about, like, what I said about the Spice Girls earlier? Because, you know, when you first
I was hoping that you wouldn't put a picture of me then and now, because I'd be exactly... Well, I'm not that different.
You haven't
This is
changed
your
that
first ever TV performance, Em.
Oh,
there you are.
Damn it!
I love it.
You know what,
Those pigtails.
That was the charm of the Spice Girls, is that you could have been one of them. That was the most endearing thing about you when you first came out. But then you've got to move that look on and keep people interested.
But I think we're all still, like, I still, you know, still wear high street and I haven't had my teeth done or anything like that. I've kind of hopefully kept, you know, to the same. But I feel... I remember Girls Aloud kind of growing into, you know, whenever on TV without their new Gucci dress or, you know, their hair was perfect. I don't think we were too much like that. But I do spend money on my creams now.
Do you?
Do you?
Yeah, because it didn't happen really until I was about 30. I'm 35 now. And so I started to spend money on
Kids,
creams.
they ravage your looks, don't they?
Don't they?
Yeah. They take your money, your waistline. Take a lot.
Yeah, it's all
good luck with the new one.
Yeah,
thank you so much.
it's been a pleasure. It's lovely
Come back
being
and
back.
visit us when you've popped, won't you?
Oh, I will, of course.
Emma Bunton, everyone! That's us for today. On tomorrow's show, we'll have the charming Nigel Havers and Usher's here. That's tomorrow night, 12:30.